Hey there guys, how are you? Let's do one spin. Alright, welcome to a brand new Q&A video where I answer anything and everything that you guys ask down below in the comments section. It's 4:04 a.m., yeah. And I'm a vampire, or I'm Batman, either one. I just got done shooting my Suicide Squad movie review. I gotta still edit that tonight, but I figured I owed you guys a Q&A. It's been so long since I've done one of these, and there's so many great questions I want to answer, so without further ado, let's just dive into it. And the first question is, who is your lady friend, and how did you meet? And you know what? Rather than just answer that question, how about I give you a video? So here it is. Okay, to answer your question, I'm going to include my lady friend Brittany right here. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm wonderful. By the way, Flick Pick pillow, Flick Pick t-shirt. You can buy those on redbubble.com down below. #1 fan. So I'm going to answer your question. How did we meet? How did we meet, Brittany? Where was it?
Well, one day I was at the gym and I looked over and I saw this hunky, studly man
Dripping baby oil in the sunlight. Biceps were pumped. I was like Zeus atop Mount Olympus.
It's exactly.
And then what happened?
I saw. And I walked over and I said, "Hey man, what's up?"
Yeah, and that's what happened. Actually, none of that's really, it's all made up. We swiped right on Tinder, and then we met at the gym one day.
Yep.
That's our magical experience. And that, folks, is how I met your mother. So anyway, yeah, you guys might occasionally see Brittany in some of my videos. By the way, this is the new theater room. Still working on it. I got the Jaws poster, the Rocky poster. Which poster do you like more?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I like Jaws because I've never seen Rocky.
So I just told you how we met. Now I'm going to tell you how we break up. So anyway, guys, yeah, I hope that answers your question, and let's go to the next one. So yeah, that's my lady friend Brittany. That's the reason I essentially moved, and plus, I lived in Indiana. Who the fuck wants to live in Indiana? like, why not move? I could do it, so I did it. And I like where I live now. I like Greenville, South Carolina. I like the weather. I think the winter time's a little less mild than up in Indiana, so I'm looking forward to that. Okay, the next question is, John, can I send you stuff? Absolutely. Actually, you know, this is a new thing because now I have a mailing address. It's kind of like a P.O. box / mailing address. It goes to a mailbox. Anyway, if you guys do want to send me things, I am starting a bi-weekly unboxing series where I'm going to open whatever you guys send me. I'll open it on camera. I'll read the notes. I'll unbox whatever you have. And yeah, I'll give you guys shout outs. So if you guys want to send me anything, I'll put the mailing address down below in the description box. Yeah, so go ahead. I already have like 5 or 6 packages people sent me. And some of them look like they're going to have some pretty cool shit in them. And I can't wait to open them. I'm savoring the flavor. I want it to be like Christmas morning when I open these things. So I'll probably give it another week and then I'll unleash the first unboxing video. So I can't wait. All right, the next question is, John, are you still pumping iron? You look less buff. Where did my gains go? I got them. Let me take them out. This shirt's an extra large. See, they're still there. They're still there. They're a little bit prevalent. Don't judge me too harshly under the light because I need some baby oil for the shine. But yeah, I'm still pumping iron. I actually answered this in the comments, but here's a picture of me last week in the gym right there. That's from last week. I still got my gains, man. I'm still going to the gym every day, and I actually go with my lady friend. She's addicted to the gym. She's addicted to the gym like I am. She loves pre-workout. I think that's pretty much why we bonded. But yeah, I'm still going to the gym quite often. And what happened was, over the last like 3 months, I stopped attempting to be Mr. Olympia because for the last year, I was eating 6 times a day. I was taking creatine. I was not feeling good. I was feeling like I was just tired and lethargic all the time and feeling bloated. And what I decided to do was cut down on things and kind of just get a little bit more lean and mean. And I feel better. I feel leaner. I feel more agile. And I only lost maybe 10 pounds. And a lot of that was water weight. And I kind of cut out things in my diet. And I started working out a little bit differently. And yeah, I'm probably smaller now, but I feel better, and I personally think I look a little bit better now, too. So that's just me. All right, the next question is, will you and Chris Stuckman be doing any more collaborations? You two have great chemistry. I agree. Me and Stuckman, he kind of plays like the dry, kind of straightforward guy, and I kind of have the crazy, off the wall banter back and forth. The thing is, now we live probably like 10 hours away. We used to live maybe 3. And so, but in all fairness, we only usually hung out maybe 2 or 3 times a year anyway. And then we'd make a few videos. Like last year, we probably made, maybe a handful of videos. And keep in mind, we can still collab. We don't need to be in the same room. A lot of his Hilariosity reviews that we did together were done where I live and where he lives, and we just combined the footage together. So we can still do things like that. So yeah, I mean, I will anytime we can. Yeah, I'm sure we'll hang out at least once a year from now on, maybe more, because I think we do want to go to some of the same movie-related events occasionally. So yeah, possibly look out for that. Do you plan on putting the podcast on iTunes anytime soon? That's right, guys. That's why this thing's right here. My name is Morgan Freeman. Not a very good one. I rushed that. But yeah, I do have a podcast now. We just shot our first episode, which you guys can check out here on the John Flickster channel. Look in my previous videos. And we're just testing things out. I read the comments. I read the constructive criticisms for it. And I am reading those things. The thing about the podcast is it's on SoundCloud right now, which you guys can go to the podcast video, and the SoundCloud link is down below. If you guys want to follow the podcast, you just go to SoundCloud, type in Flick Crazy, go there and follow our profile. Or you can just watch it on YouTube. Whatever you want to do, you can download it, you can do whatever you want. But a few issues we are having is, we haven't put it on iTunes yet, because we're still just testing things out. Eventually, we will put it on iTunes, but like I said, SoundCloud is essentially the same thing, but easier. You can go there, you can download the MP3 file, or just stream it and listen to it. The other thing is, the one complaint we had is, I guess I never listened to the podcast via headphones. I was listening to it on my computer speakers, and it sounds really good. Now, the way it's set up, the way the setup is, I have this converter box right here, and the way the cables are plugged in, I guess whenever I spoke, it would come out of the left side of the speaker, and whenever my friend Jason spoke, it came out of the right side of the speaker. So it was a very stereotype-esque sound. And on the computer, I think it sounds really good that way. It feels like somebody's there and somebody's over here and they're talking. But with headphones, I agree, the mix doesn't quite work. So I have to figure out how to fix that, and I'm not quite sure how to do it. I'm gonna have to tweak some things. I think it's just the way these things are plugged in, I can't really adjust it. But I will attempt to fix it, because I agree, it does need to be fixed. So anyway, once again, please check out the new podcast. Give me your thoughts. It's called Flick Crazy. It's here on this channel. All right, the next question is, John, if you were to star in a buddy cop film, who would you cast as your partner? Okay, let me think about this. A buddy cop film. I think what would happen I would have to be the younger guy, and I would need an older veteran to kind of show me the ways. Like, I'm the young gun, but I need a guy who's wiser and a little bit more badass than me, but I have to keep up with him. So maybe someone like Tom Hardy, that could work, or like Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, yeah, he's like this veteran, and he doesn't want a new guy, and he hates me, but yet we come to work together. I could see that happening. And then I just go crazy and jump off the top of a building into a pool for no reason. That could happen. Lethal Weapon. Alrighty. What music have you been listening to recently? Also, please say my name. If you do, I will jizz. Okay. Marcus. That's right. You better grab the toilet paper and clean up. All right. So lately I've been listening to As I Lay Dying, Pantera Walk. What's the other thing? Oh, there's a synth thing I found on YouTube. It's like badass synth music. It's called Dance with the Dead. Type in Dance with the Dead, and you should have like 48 minutes of like a soundtrack you can listen to. What else was there? Nightwish is some badass epic music. And then, speaking of music, me and my lady friend just went to a Blink-182 concert yesterday, and that was a good time. I haven't been to a concert in years, and I'm not a diehard Blink-182 fan. Like, I enjoy their music. It makes me feel like it's 1999 again. I like their older stuff by far, but that was fun. And there's a few other like metal bands there. So it was a good time. It was a pretty good concert. And plus, the thing about it is, whenever I go to concerts, like the music's cool, I like it, but I'm like really paying attention to like the technical aspects. Like I'm looking at the lighting and the rigs and like everything going on in the background with the monitors. Like that's what I like to look at, like the pyrotechnics. I just like the theatricality of it all. Because when it comes down to it, my favorite place to listen to music is on my headphones when I'm in the gym lifting heavy shit. Like that's my favorite time to listen to music. If you guys ever want to feel like Batman, that's when you can feel like Batman. All right. Hey, John, I wanted to ask you what inspired you I can't read. John, what inspired you to have a stutter and a speech impediment? I don't know. John, what inspired you to do YouTube videos, and how old were you when you started? Also, do you ever think you would get this big on YouTube? All right, so let me answer your question. I started YouTube in 2010, so I'm 29 right now. I don't know how old that makes me. So what was I, 24? 24 years old? I'm not a mathematician. I'm a YouTuber. So yeah, I started YouTube in 2010. I'm 29 right now. And what inspired me was I remember just kind of not having much going on in my life. I was kind of just a dude that lived in his parents' basement. I had like a shitty dead-end job, and I also delivered pizzas part-time. And I always loved movies, and like I didn't comprehend what YouTube was. I knew there was like viral videos on YouTube, but I didn't understand there was like communities of dudes just talking about movies and just giving their thoughts. And when I discovered that, I became extremely fascinated and like couldn't get enough of it because, you know, for the most part, I have like a few friends in my real life that love movies like I do, but not everyone else did. So when I watched YouTube, it was kind of like opening up a doorway to other people that had the same interests, and that's what I liked. And I remember watching these guys and thinking, I can do that. I think I can do that. I feel like I can say something funny or informative about a certain movie, and I just started making YouTube videos, and it took off from there. As far as getting big on YouTube, I don't think I'm like, you know, the most famous YouTuber ever. Like, trust me, I'm aware. Like, when it comes to YouTubers who are like barely making it, like I'm right here, and then you have the other guys who are way the fuck up there, you know. And I don't take anything for granted, you know. I have 220,000 subs on my main channel, and then on this channel I have like 66,000 subscribers. And, you know, I don't just say those numbers like they're nothing. Like, when you step back and think about 66,000 people or 210,000 people, that's a lot of fucking people. Like, have you ever seen 210,000 people in one place? Like, it's a lot. And I don't take it for granted. I mean, even though there's other guys on YouTube that have 1 million, 2 million, 3 million subscribers, I like the people that I have because I earn those people, and they understand me, and they understood me enough to click subscribe and take a risk once in their life, and that felt good, and I really appreciate everyone who ever did it. So, did I ever think I would, you know, get to where I'm at on YouTube? Honestly, no. When I first started YouTube, it was just out of boredom, and then I realized people started watching it, and then I got more and more into it, and then without YouTube, honestly, I don't know where I would be right now. I truly don't. It's everything I ever wanted. It's like my dream job. And a lot of people don't understand it. You know, normal, everyday people outside of YouTube, they're like, you make YouTube videos? Like, what's that mean? Like, they don't comprehend how much effort and energy and how time-consuming it is. And it's not just, you know, a lot of people who you tell that you make YouTube videos for a living too, they're like, wait, how do you do that? Like, their brain just shuts off. And I'm like, you guys understand, like, radio DJs, like, what they do, if they're good at it, they can earn a living from doing that. Like, I'm just talking to a video camera, and that's how I do it. I forgot what I was talking about. Let me think about what I was talking about and take a drink of this Diet Dr. Pepper right here. I must have drank myself about 16 Dr. Peppers, Forrest Gump. But as far as YouTube goes, people not understanding it, sometimes I don't even care to explain it to them because I don't think they have the brain capacity to do it. Like, even I'm in an office building right now, and there's people that manage this place that I've talked to that know what I do. The secretary up front knows what I do, and they don't quite comprehend it. Like, they don't understand it, and that's okay. I don't need them to, as long as you guys do. But as far as YouTube, you know, there's a lot of effort and energy that goes into it, and a lot of work. It's not just pushing record on the camera and it's like, oh, I pushed record and then I'm going to babble on for 5 minutes and stop, and somehow my video magically uploads to YouTube and gets marketed and everyone gets to see it. There's a whole nother aspect. I can spend an hour or 2 hours a day just going through emails and reading them and then checking comments. And then, even some simple videos that I make, like a movie review, for example, that's 4 or 5 hours of editing. Then you make the thumbnail, then you upload it, and then you tag it. And, the time to shoot the video, you got to light the video. It's a lot of energy, but you know what? At the end of the day, I can't complain because what the fuck else would I be doing right now? Like delivering pizzas, selling cars? I don't know. I don't know what else I'd be doing if it wasn't for YouTube. So yeah, I want to say thank you for watching. Okay. That was a long-winded question, but I feel like you guys needed it, and I did too. All right. Hey, John, I love the new office. I have 3 questions for you. Okay, the first question is, well, I have a question. How long have I been talking? I have no clue. Okay, what mic do you use? I use a Rode Video mic. Where did you get the shelf in your background? I want one. If you guys want links to everything, like my Rode Video mic, my camera, my shelves, even the LED lights that you guys see up there, go watch my Flick Cave YouTube studio tour. That is on my main channel. It's one of the newer videos. And I put links in the description box to everything that I use on Amazon. So if you guys want to go there, click it, go straight to the link on Amazon, just do that. It's the easiest way I can tell you. Next question is, you reviewed the ultimate cut of Batman v Superman, but you didn't give it a rating. So what would you rate it? Yeah, there was a reason I didn't give it a rating. I just simply thought maybe based on what I said, you could figure out how I felt about the movie. And I would probably just give that ultimate cut a B rating. I just give it a solid B. That's what I would give it. And I've talked about Batman v Superman more than I could possibly care to imagine to keep going. Like, I can't even, Batman v Superman, I think, like, give me another 6 months and I'll talk about it again. But as far as Batman v Superman goes, like, I can't do it anymore. All right. What movies do you find to be severely under/overrated? Oh, man. Overrated and underrated movies. Where do I even begin? I feel like movies like The Tree of Life, or what was the I forget the movie. It was like it took 13 years to make, and everyone was talking about, what was that? Was that a Terrence Malick movie? What the fuck movie was that? You had The Tree of Life, then you had another movie about some boring kid that was like basically a documentary that took 13 years. Anyway, it's just like, yeah, it's an amazing movie, but guess what? No one's talking about it. No one talked about it a month after it came out. I think whatever that was, it was overrated. It was so forgettable, I forgot what it was called. What do you want to be written on your tombstone? It was never about the money, man. It was about John against the system, showing that the human spirit was still alive while everyone else was inching down the freeway in their metal coffins. Put that on my tombstone, please. Not sure if you answered this, but yeah, why did you move from your new house to an office to make all your videos? Pissed off the neighbors? No. I might be pissing off the neighbors in the office building, but I don't care. As far as moving from my new house, that I lived in my other house for about 4 months, and then I moved. And a lot of people were like crazy about it. I do read my YouTube comments, and a lot of people were like confused and angry that I moved. And the thing is, guys, with houses, you guys can sell houses and you can rent houses out. You don't have to live in that house forever. So if you guys ever want to move from a house, those are things that you can do, and that's what I did. So right now my house is being rented out. I don't have to worry about it. I still own it, and if I ever want it back or want to sell it, I can do that. But right now, I would rather live where I'm living because I'm with my lady friend now. I could move. I had the opportunity to move, so it's like, why not? And like I said, like I lived in Indiana. Like, what do I have to lose by moving? Like, nothing. So that's why I did it. And as far as the new office where I'm at right now, I kind of like it. You know, as far as having an office, it's something I always wanted, and I'm one of those people that going to an office, I can really focus, I can work, I don't have to worry about someone that I live with, like being up late hours and bothering them and being loud. You know, I have an office, I can go, I can focus. This office building, I can come to 24 hours a day. Right now it's, 4:23 in the morning, and I can just dedicate my time to making videos. And if you guys have noticed lately, you've seen more videos than ever. And it's because I have an office now. It centers me. That and the 5-hour energy drinks I just took right before I made this video, but that's why I have an office. So I think it was a really good decision. And will I have an office forever? I don't know, but in the meantime, I think it's the best thing I can do to, extend myself creatively and make more videos and more content. And so that's why, by the way, Toy Shark. All right. What do you think is the best place to buy movie posters? As far as movie posters, I just go to places in the mall that might sell movie posters, like Spencer's or other movie-related stores. If there's a poster that I can't find and I really want, I'll just order it online. Like, go to Amazon. They have fucking everything you want. And also, a lot of used movie stores have posters that you guys can buy. That's where I got a lot of mine. So yeah, go to those places. And if you guys want poster frames, well, go to Walmart. It's the cheapest place. What are your plans in the future, and what are your thoughts or ultimate goals in life? Love your videos so much. Well, thanks, man. Ultimate goals and future plans. I pretty much told you guys some of the future plans that are happening, such as the podcast. For a long time, I wanted to make a podcast, and I'm doing that now. And it just so happens where I moved, I had a good friend for like the last 5 years. His name is Jason. He actually does live like 20 minutes away from here, and it was just coincidental that where I moved for my lady friend, he lived 20 minutes away. So it really worked out. And it was kind of cool to have like a built-in friend to where you're moving to a new city. So as far as the podcast, I want to start a few new video series, like the unboxing series where I open up your guys' packages. Over on the Flickpick channel, I want to stay more consistent on movie reviews and movie related news topics. I would say those are probably like the future plans that I'm gonna jump on right away. But as far as ultimate goals, I hope YouTube lasts a while. I think it will. But, as far as ultimate goals, I hope that I can always be creative. I can work in something where I can use like creative talents. I can talk to you guys about movies or whatever. So whatever format I can do that in, that's probably the route I want to go. So I think if YouTube right now being the #1 video sharing site on the planet, and every year it exponentially keeps growing, I don't see it going away anytime soon. So, all right. Next question is, I've been trying to ask this for a while, but what are your thoughts on Warner Brothers making another Mortal Kombat movie with a hard R rating? I know the original one is one of your guilty pleasures. Fuck yeah! Mortal Kombat! Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I would love to see a hard rated R Mortal Kombat movie. The thing with Mortal Kombat is there's so much mythology and so many cool characters, and if you just implement it into a good movie, it's going to be awesome. So, is it going to happen anytime soon? I don't know. I've heard rumors, I've heard speculations, and if you do make a Mortal Kombat movie, it has to be rated R. And I think with movies like Deadpool paving the path, saying, hey, we can make rated R movies based on crazy characters, and they're going to make a lot of money, I think that was one of the best things to happen to the movie industry, because it will have other movies taking big budget risks, such as movies like Mortal Kombat, and I hope we get to see it sometime soon. Just give me Sub-Zero. Just give me some Sub-Zero fighting Scorpion. All right. John the Flick Picker, are you such a fun guy in real life, or do you bump it up for the videos? I would say usually when you guys see me in a video, it's usually me at the highest energy level I can give you. Am I faking it? No. It's just I decide to record videos when I want to record videos, and I do it at times when I know I can be as energetic and fun as I possibly can. In real life, there's like I have little spurts of that, but overall, if you hung out with me for like 24 hours, I'm pretty much a mellow dude. But I'd say in real life, I'm very personable, and I try to be like that in my videos. That's just how I am. I don't like to talk at you guys. I like to talk with you. I don't want to seem like a pretentious asshole douchebag. Even though I might seem a little douchey at times, I don't ever want to come across as pretentious. Because, not everything I say is the end-all, be-all, the ultimate opinion ever given. I understand it. It's just my opinion to you guys. And I don't mind if people disagree with me. It's fine. I don't mind that whatsoever. So, in real life, I'm pretty mellow. I'm very laxed at sometimes. Some days I'm just like so chilled out, you just think I was like in a coma. Other days I'm hyper and really fun to be around, and I'm a little mix of everything. So if you guys have been watching my videos, I think you guys essentially kind of understand how I really am. I would hope so. All right, Django Unchained or The Hateful Eight. Loved both movies. I gave both movies like solid A's. But if I had to pick one, I would think I'd like to introduce you to my good friend Django. I'm going to go with Django Unchained. I just think it has more of a rewatchability vibe. It's just more entertaining. It goes more places. So for me, Django Unchained. Hey, John, what other channels do you like to watch on What other channels do you like to watch on YouTube, movie-related and non-movie related? Good question. I watch a lot of random shit on YouTube, and I watch a lot of people who have smaller channels that probably wouldn't ever imagine that I watch them, but I assure you, I watch a lot of channels. Sorry, I had a little burp from the Dr. Pepper. Please forgive me. But as far as movie-related channels, you know, I watch all my buddies on YouTube. I watch Red Letter Media. I like what Red Letter Media does. I really do. I think they have one of the best movie talk shows I've ever seen. Yeah, Red Letter Media. I think that would be my favorite movie-related channel. I also watch a lot of other channels that kind of dive into the technical aspects of films. I discovered this other YouTuber. His name's Movie Bob, I believe, and he kind of has this very fast-paced, dry pan, like nitpicky style of reviewing movies, and I like it for the most part. But as far as non-movie related YouTube channels go, I watch a lot of fitness channels, a lot of workout related ones, and I like to watch the vloggers. Like, I like to watch workout fitness vloggers that have like a personality I can kind of relate to, because it's not all about just working out. I like the lifestyle aspect of it. But I watch people like Rich Piana. Like, it's like, yeah, the guy's excessive, he's over the top, he's juiced out of his mind, but he's just entertaining to watch. It's like watching a cartoon character. I like to watch, this might surprise a lot of people, but the one random thing I love watching, and if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, just bear with me. I like watching WWE/wrestling shoot videos. And what these are like interviews where they have with wrestlers who are like retired or currently in the business, where like people interview them and ask them about like the hard-hitting like backstories or random stories that happen. Like, for instance, there's a story from one of the guys, and he just tells about like this story about like this one chick in the wrestling business, and everyone hated her. So he's like, me and the boys, what we did one night is we pooped in a cup, and then we took the cup of poop right before I was supposed to go out to the ring, and I ran across the arena, and I put it in her suitcase, and she didn't discover it until like when she got home off the flight. Like, you guys are like, what the fuck are you talking about, John? I know, it's like, it's very late, but I just love those backstories that you never hear about wrestling and the whole business. I just like the business aspect of wrestling. It just really intrigues me. So yeah. Alrighty, we got a few more questions here. Is your last name really Flickinger? My last name truly is Flickinger. Could I have gotten blessed with a better last name than Flickinger if you're going to talk about fucking movies? But as far as my other like names go, like Flickster, Flickster was a nickname I had in high school, and also Flick was a nickname I had in high school, so that's why I use those names as well. I think if I ever went to Hollywood and I had to get a stage name, I would probably go with like John Flickster. It just sounds like an easier flowing name that's easier to spell than Flickinger. It's like Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage's last name really isn't Cage, it's Coppola. He went with Cage because it sounds badass. All right, the last question is, how can I follow the podcast on SoundCloud? Like I said earlier on in the video, if you guys want to follow the podcast, you guys can go to soundcloud.com, type in Flick Crazy. You guys will find our profile page. You go to the profile page and you just click follow. And like I said, you guys can download the podcast or you guys can stream it. So anyway, yeah, check that out. And as usual, guys, ask anything and everything you want to down below. I will answer some of the questions that you guys leave down below in the comment section on this video next week. And right now, I have to go edit my Suicide Squad video, which is going to take another 4 hours. So I'll be here, well, early on into the morning. I think I'm going to eat a protein cookie right now. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.